I think that the challenge of any inventor is being first with anything. Being first is hard because a lot of people are afraid of things that are brand new. I happen to love things that are brand new. I wanted to be an astronaut. So I went to school to be an astronaut, and so I studied aerospace engineering initially until they cut the funding for a manned space program. And so I decided to go back and pursue my second interest, which was medicine. So I went to medical school, was on a military scholarship, spent 5 years in the Navy, had an absolute ball. My medical specialty was emergency medicine, and I ran a lot of the level 1 trauma centers and did that for a few years. Along the way, I started to invent different products, and I have founded 5 companies, and 2 of them have gone public, and so I've been very fortunate. FORM is the first of its kind. It will create an entirely new kind of appetite suppressant, gastric bulker, whatever you want to call it. This particular hydrogel technology is unique. It's never happened before. This will excite some people. It may cause some fear in some people. But I think that the overall message is to not be afraid of things that you're not aware of or haven't tried before. This is safe, it's very effective, it works every time, it's simple chemistry.
My educational background started with business and law, and once I graduated out of law school, I very quickly decided to pursue my passion, and that was the pursuit of wellness and a healthy lifestyle. That led me to found several companies medically related with medical devices and nutraceuticals. We wanted to approach this global epidemic of obesity very seriously.
I personally have approximately a little over 300 patent and trademark registrations myself, so I have a lot of experience in that area. We have terrific patent coverage for the swell technology which FORM is built on, and obviously we'll be adding to that intellectual property picket fence, if you will, over time.
There are easier solution than just exercising the fad diets, but something that will actually help everyone to control their bad habits or actually change them into the good ones.
FORM is a gastric bulking agent that's comprised of the swell technology, which is a polyacrylate. From a chemistry standpoint, we call them carbomers. They've been tested in dozens of huge experiments and clinical trials around the world, and have been in multiple medical devices and pharmaceuticals and dietary supplements globally for years and years and years. A lot of people ask me whether the swell technology is FDA approved. And we can't say that because the actual terminology for FDA approval is really restricted to pharmaceuticals and medical devices. Most foods and dietary supplements are marketable under the exemptions provided under the law. And that's exactly what Swell does. It is approved for marketing under those exemptions, just like most of the foods and dietary supplements that we take every day. I think that managing weight is a complex issue, and there's a lot of things that go into that. Portion control, I think, is the cornerstone of trying to lose weight. In America, we eat way too much and way too much of the wrong food. So being able to reduce the amount that you eat to control your portions, I think, is a key. And most nutritionists and dietitians are trying to get their overweight patients to reduce the amount that they eat. By having a bulking agent that fills a portion of the stomach prior to a meal, you simply have less room to eat in terms of having the sensation of fullness, which we call satiety.
Gastric bulking agent, in simple layman words, it is something that provides early volume in the stomach to create early satiety feeling. So by the time you sit down to eat your meal, you're simply no longer hungry.
Our vision for this product is that we think that if used properly and if it's not overhyped, it will be a phenomenal tool for the average person to be able to get their arms around their weight management.
Weight management is difficult, but it is possible when it is adopted as a lifestyle versus a temporary solution of a diet. And once people make the commitment that I want to change my lifestyle versus give me something temporary and this fat of the moment miracle pill that will melt my fat away, and realize that that is not possible, but it's all about a lifestyle, then the world is the possibility.
This material has been around for 50 years, and it has been tested in huge clinical trials. Carbonemers have been generally recognized as safe and been approved for marketing by the FDA for years and years in many different forms. There are no known reactions to the materials called a hydrogel. There's no known, because they're bioinert, they don't have any reaction to the body. The body doesn't react to them. They're not allergic to them. They're very, very large molecules, so they don't cause the problems that a lot of other things can cause along the way. We are facing a global epidemic now. Something needed to be done now. As we talked with our physician friends of many specialties all across the country, they came to us and were asking for a tool to help them in their practice have something for their patients, because obesity has risen so rapidly. I mean, just in our lifetime, it has become the largest medical problem that we face. So now is the time, because we recognize that it's becoming a multi-$100 billion drain in our economy. Medicare is wrestling with this just like all of the other governments around the world. So now is the time. O3 World offers an opportunity to highlight a new technology. It doesn't interfere with existing sales or other kinds of issues that are going on that have their own momentum. This allows people to get themselves wrapped around a brand new idea and create a novel approach for a novel product.